Hello and thanks for joining me. Today we're having a look at an interesting map seed that got generated when I was having a bit of a play of Escape the Pacific, and I thought I'd just showcase that seed. If you wanted to play it, you can. So let's get into it. So this is the starter island, and if we hit escape, go to the menu, you can see the seed number down the bottom corner here. So if you do want to play this map, all you need to do when you start a new game, you go into edit seed, put in that number. Now this is the starting island. It's rather large, and it has almost everything that you need. So we'll just run around here, run through here. It's actually a number of small islands. Most of them are connected and you can walk across at certain shallow points. Yeah. If we go up here, you can see we've got banana palms, plenty of banana palms, more banana palms. Now there's lots of dead ones which don't grow bananas, but the actual palm leaves, very good for building your sails. There's another one there, and we do have ones that do grow bananas as well. So I mean, there's plenty here to cut down the palm leaves off the dead ones without actually destroying the ones that do give you actual bananas. Now there is also a ton of papaya trees. Papayas are very, very good. So there's quite a few of those on this island as well. And we also have quite a lot of the hemp here. It's quite a few of these hemp plants scattered around among all of these islands in this actual start location. Yeah. There's also plenty of this dry grass that we need for our fire starting. There's plenty of these large carving rocks. There's more bananas. There's also a ton of these big trees, which now, because I've just spawned a new game, haven't made any tools or anything yet, but like these trees are like between the 1500s and the 2000s, which means when you do chop those down, they will give you the massive trunks. So go across here. So this is another island on the same cluster. As you can see, more banana palms, more bananas with actual bananas that you can eat. More there, more papaya, more bananas, more thick trees, more banana palms, more hemp, more hemp. So there is a ton of stuff. Yeah, that little island there, you could swim to it without your backpack and everything on, but you can't walk to that one there. That one you believe you can get to by crossing over to that one and that one. At these shallow sandbank areas. And we do have in here like a little bay area. Yeah, this is where I set up my base in here. Now, the only trouble with that is if you do have a big raft. I mean, look, there's plenty of space here to build. If you do have a very big raft, there's plenty of directions that you can come in and out from. But if you've got a large raft, you're going to get yourself banked trying to come into this, because this is like the middle of the cluster. Or the middle of this little island section anyway. But there is basically everything that you need here. We've got the tall grass, so you can make yourself a grass bed straight away, and you can make yourself grass walls, which are only one step down from the plank walls. You've got more grass. There is grass, this tall grass everywhere. More bananas. And you can see there's a bunch of islands around. So what I'll do is I'll come back, I'll load into the game that I'm actually playing and show you the raft that I've built just on this island before actually leaving the island. And so I'll just load that up and I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so here we are back on the same island. This is in my playthrough. This is my my little home base set up here. You can see I've done a lot of deforesting. Still got a lot of trees. Of course, got our farm going on here. So we've got our water collection. Now, when I do base building in this game, you know, I don't have much of a base here. This is basically just my salt drying area. Yeah, the reason I put that under shelter is because when it rains, your salt might almost be done and it'll fill up with water again and it'll just become salt water again. But the good thing about this seed is you won't really need to worry about salt very much, and I'll show you that a bit later. So now my raft is over here. Now the whole base of this raft is all just thick trunks. Not a single palm tree or banana palm tree has been used. This is all just thick trunks, and this is the maximum width and length of a raft that you can make, or at least it's the maximum it would let me. And I think it is 1, 2, I think it's, what do we got, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 5. All of my pillars, they're all thick trunks. All of my cross beams are thick trunks. I've got a second floor up here. They're all thick trunks. All of these walls are the tall grass walls. Same with the roof. And it's the good version of the grass walls and roof. And you'll notice that I've got the good side of the grass on the interior. And that's because later on when I find planks, I'll pop the planks on the outside and I have a grass interior. Now, everything that you see here, not the chests of course, or the barrels, or these crates, but everything else was built, and not the planked areas, the lands of course, but the basis of the actual raft, the sails, the ropes, although I do have a trick for ropes which I will maybe show in another video. But all of this was made on this starter island without leaving the island, with the exception of the planked walls. However, if we go inside, they're all grass walls. Now, there was one box that spawned here, or one crate that breaks down into planks. So you could do some planks, but the rest I've got from exploring. But as you can see, I mean, that is a lot of wood, a lot of grass, and I've still got big trees to chop down if I wanted more. And we've also got grass here, and, you know, thick branches, and, you know, we've still got our bananas, still got papayas, still got plenty of resources. I haven't touched half of that over there. So, yeah. Base building. This is a pretty good island to start off with if you enjoy doing the base building. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm not going to spoil everything for you, but I am going to take a short trip over to another island that is in this seed. So if there wasn't enough wood for you here, then there will be on the next island. So I'm just going to hop on my raft, and I'm not going to make you sit through the journey, but I'll be back once I arrive at that island and show you what's there. So I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so I'm back. Now I'm on the second island of interest here in this seed cluster. Now that over there is where we came from, our starter island. Now if you couldn't find enough wood there, then you're bound to find some here. Look at this. That's where we are. That is all just one big thick forest. We have a look at how dense this is. I mean, look, there's thick trees. I mean, that's a 4,000 tree. But that is going to give you some trunks. Trees, trees. More banana palms if you needed more banana leaves. More trees. More trees, and they're big trees, 4,000. More banana palms. I have seen there is actually banana trees on here that do grow bananas as well. Papaya trees. Coconuts everywhere. Now, the other thing that we've got here, there's a pond. And little clearing here. So there's plenty of coconuts laying about. Near this pond, somewhere around close by to this pond, and you can see just how many trees there are. So if you run out of wood, something's wrong with you. But here we go. we have this ritual place here, and if you come here every now and then, it does give you a warning about not being too greedy and that you need to leave the island and not come back for a few days. But you'll find stuff here. Sometimes it's food. Sometimes it'll be water. But yes, so that is the second island of interest, and you can just see how many trees there are here. There's coconuts everywhere. There's papaya, bananas. I mean, there's, you know, some decent area to build on if you wanted to. But, yep. That. I mean, if you can't find enough materials to build what you want to build between the starter island and this island, well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you need to get glasses. So anyway, I will now head on to another island. I mean, there's plenty of islands in this cluster, as there usually are, but I will show you just one more island in this cluster, which I think that you'll find rather interesting and quite handy. So I'm just going to hop on my raft and I'll be back with you as soon as I arrive at that particular island. Okay, so just arrived at the next point of interest here in this seed cluster, and well, I guess it is an island, but most of it is underwater. And if you look over there, that's our starter island, so not too far from our start island. But what it is it is a whole island full of these black mangroves which have salt, and I like to carry a bottle around with me. We can just run around to all of these, all the large ones. They're all going to have salt on them. Now, it may be different for each person. There was a campfire here. I think I found an axe near that. When I first found this island, I also did find a barrel, which is very handy because then I could just put my salt straight into a barrel. There we go. More salt. Now, typically the salt only collects on the larger ones and only the ones that actually do get touched by water. At least that's how I believe it works. Right, see, we can run around here and we can collect quite a fair bit of salt. Now, this is the only sort of raised land area. Not that much to see here. So I don't think you'd be building much of a base here. But it's not too far away from the starter base or the other big foresty island. You need salt. Look at that, I'm still collecting. More. I mean, we can collect salt here all day. So, salt for days. Look at that. Not on that one. More salt. More salt. More salt. 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 More salt there. More salt there. Look at that. Salt, salt, salt. Salt. So, yeah, if you've got this island, well, it's not too far. Come back every day or two. And, yeah, you won't need to worry about trying to dry out coconuts full of salt water or cook it to collect salt. I mean, look at that. I'm still running around. I'm still collecting salt. And my bottle is actually full. That we got 4 whole units of salt there. Can't actually fit any more in my bottle. Shove that in the barrel and I could still collect more salt there. So, I mean, that's a lot of salt. So anyway, that is a showcase of this seed cluster. I'm not going to show the other islands. I haven't yet sailed to the outer skirts and gone to the next cluster in this seed. But as far as a starter base is concerned, well, I mean, you've got that big forest island. You've got this salt island. You know, all of those, the only trees here, they're all black mangroves. And as you can see, salt for days. So there's the seed number down the bottom. It's 549980 if you want to play this map. Now, just keep in mind, I am on the Alpha Experimental branch. So there may or may not be some island types that won't appear in the normal stable version of the game. At least not at this stage. So if you do want to play this map, you may need to be on the alpha version, or the experimental version rather. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed this. If I find any more interesting seeds when I play this game again, then I'll pop a video about them in here, in this same playlist. So there we go. Thanks for watching, and leave any comments down below. If you did like the video, drop me a like, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.